Alright guys, want to hear from the Offgrid. Hang on. Yes, straighten that camera a bit. I've come on here, and the reason why is just to tell you a bit about what's going on, and I'm going to give you a big surprise. And a big shout out to all the supporters that help us out. This is basically a big shout out to all you guys that support us, that has been with us all the way through. I was talking to Tonga in the main island. He's been following for 8 years. And, man, right from the beginning when my channel wasn't, I was just clips here and there. He's been following from there. He's made the move, and I'm not saying it's because of this channel. He's made the move to Tonga and his wife, and they've made that big leap of faith. He's given his life to Christ, and I'm not saying it's because of this channel. It's just his own journey, and I believe that one of the good things about myself working, and my wife also, and leading by example, coming over to Tonga and making it happen, because we've got a lot of supporters from overseas that are wanting to do the same thing, and they can't. It's quite hard for them to be able to have this opportunity that I have, or myself and my wife have, to be able to come over here and make this all happen. It's not an easy step. It's not a small decision. It's a big decision. And if it's God's will, yes, it will happen. But it's a leap of faith, and also making it happen is a massive journey along the way. Sometimes you start off as, this is my plan, this is what I want to do, but it just goes all pear-shaped, or it might go in that direction but veer off to one side because you found something else. And this is just a massive thank you to all of the supporters. This is a thank you to Malakai Fifita from North Brisbane. He's about 5 hours north of Brisbane. He didn't follow my YouTube channel, he followed my Facebook channel, and it's through a family member that they've sort of let him know. He went to school with them, and I think he's told him about me on Facebook, and voila, he's seen what I was doing with the Land Cruiser, and seeing what I was doing with the bull bar, taking it all off and trying to repair as much as I can. And so he's messaged me, and he says, "Oh, I've got a bull bar here for you if you want it." And then there's been a few others as well that have asked me if there's a bull bar here if I want it, right? And thank you guys. And some of you guys are posting me, photos of bull bars, and just letting me know that they're there, and they're quite cheap, like $200 to $300 out there. Excuse me. That I don't have at the moment, because I've just spent a bit of money on sending the wife overseas and whatnot, and giving her a bit of cash. But man, he's blessed us in other ways, where Malakai is just ended up ringing up, because he said, I've got parts. He said he's got parts, and what do I need? And I'm just finding it a little bit strange. It's like, have you got a car parts or something? Oh, I don't know what I was thinking, I don't know who this guy is. And he said he'd followed me on Facebook, and he's seen what I've been doing, and he just wanted to support. And he says, what parts? He said, I've got a vehicle here. And I thought it was a broken down vehicle, right? And there's just parts that he's going to pull off, and we're going to sort out sending those parts over. That's not the case. It's a running vehicle, a 105 Land Cruiser, 105 series Land Cruiser, exactly the same as mine. It looks beautiful. There's no rust whatsoever on it, and he was asking what parts I want, and because I didn't know it was a running vehicle, I said, I need the 2 front guards, all the doors, all the barn doors at the back, what else? man, the wheels that he had on there are beautiful, with the nice rims he's got on there. Um, and I thought it was just a standalone vehicle with no motor or something like that. But then he says 1AZ, exactly what I've got. It's still. And then he got on the he rang me up, just like instead of messaging, just to let me know what's going on. He says it's a running vehicle. Everything's fine except there's something wrong with fourth gear. There's a bit of an issue with fourth gear, but everything else is running. Like, everything's fine. I think maybe the brakes as well that need to be replaced. But, brakes, what I saw, probably the brakes have probably still got a fair bit of meat on them. I'll be honest with you, there's probably a fair bit of meat. So, he said, when we went through the parts, when we were talking, he says, might as well give you the vehicle. I'm like, whoa, crazy. Really? Yeah, okay, awesome. Like, man, I was jumping up for joy. And I'm thinking to myself, man, if God actually makes this happen, this is crazy. No one just gives you a car. And as he was talking, he's out on a farm. He's got a few Land Cruisers. So yeah, he's blessed us with a Land Cruiser, guys. Totally amazing. But now there's a few issues of trying to get it here, right? First of all, we've got to get it up from north of Brisbane, 5 hours north of Brisbane, down to Sydney. So I haven't given him the address to send it to yet. I've just spoken to my cousin, Ollie. He's accepted to leave it as his place because he's got a bought house and he's got a little bit of room. All he was worried about, can he move it because he's going to have his driveway concreted soon. I said, yeah, no worries. It can start and you can move it, no problem. So he's like, yeah, no worries. Me and him, we're quite close and we're just joking around. Says he's got a Land Cruiser he can drive now. I said, yeah, you can register if you want and fix it. Then you can drive it. But, yeah, we're just joking around. Anyway, he was shocked that I told him the story. And he says, yeah, no worries. Just, leave it at his house. So that's fine. Because at both sisters' houses, they haven't got yards to be able to park anything there. And my brother-in-law, or my sister and my brother-in-law, Mus, as you guys know, Mus, he's already got a 20-foot container there, ready to fill up in Sydney. So, and he won't be able, I told him, don't worry about the vehicle, fill up your container first, get that all sorted, because I'm sure you'll fill it up real fast. It's only a 20-footer. I know how fast you can fill that container up. It won't take long, especially with all the materials that he needs for these houses. And I said, God's given us a vehicle this far. If he even gets it down to Sydney, like, God's going to find a way to get it here, right? Somehow. If it's his will, it'll happen. And that's what I've relied on, to things that are out of my hands. Give it to God. When you give it to God, he works miracles and he makes it happen somehow. So, but I won't say leave it all up to him, meaning let him take care of it. No. I got to try. Because I noticed if I try the best I can in certain things, he will help or make things happen just like that. So we'll try to figure it out, how to bring it over. But I just told, because I know Mus and Selena are going to stress a bit about it because they can't fit it all in the container. And I totally understand that. And I said, don't worry. God will find a way to get it here. But there's another issue. So we've got one issue bringing it down to Sydney. I've got a place where I can park it now. That's great. But now there's two other issues. Getting it in a container, bringing it here. That'll be great. And if we can put other stuff in it, that'll be even better. Then the cost of that, money-wise, I think it's like 13 grand to send a container over now from Australia to Sydney. Something like that. I'll find out from Mus because he's going to get a quote soon. Then also the duty fees and that over here. But there's another issue. In Tonga, there's a new law here that it has to be 10 years or younger before you can bring a vehicle into Tonga here. So it's a new law starting this month. They had this law a fair while ago, and then because of COVID and everything, they've gone back to bring whatever in. Now they're going back to this month, I think it's already started, that you can only bring a vehicle in 10 years and younger. But there's two options there. You can bring a 10-year-old vehicle and over. It has to be a truck or has to be a 10-seater and above. So anything 10-seater or 9-seater, I think, and below, you won't be able to bring it in. But I think if you've got a Hilux or something like that, something with a ute, it's like a truck with a ute kind of thing that you could bring in. It's classed as a truck. So I'm gonna figure out, because this is a number plate. It's got J on it, right? And it's classed as a truck. I think it's just because of the weight, maybe, because they're around about 3.5 ton. I think these Land Cruisers. So I've got to double check with customs to see if I can bring it in or not. That's the other issue. So can I bring it in? Can I get a container here with it in? All of this is this is totally out of my hands, right? So, but if God's given me a full drive, he won't just go, I'll give you this and then that's it. He's going to help me through it. So I've got to figure it out how we're going to get it over here. And, just rely on him. I'll try every other way I can. I'll make sure I do my homework to make sure it can come into the country. And we'll go from there. So I just got to send the email off to Malakai. Thanks, Malakai. You're the best, man. You're the bomb. You're the man. Thank you very much for this. Really appreciate it. Don't know how much I appreciate it. This, like my wife is saying, this is holding on with the grace of God. He's just waiting. This is not breaking down until I get another vehicle in. That's what she was saying. Probably true. But I'm going to try and keep this vehicle going as long as possible. Try and keep the maintenance up and all that kind of stuff. Still do the oil changes, all this kind of stuff. Just so at least we can utilize it around, maybe turn it into a ute where I can chuck coconuts in or whatever if I get the other vehicle. So I want to use the other vehicle as like tours or, and utilizing it as a just run to the shop and back. This one will be the bush basher, and the other one, nice cruise to the town. Just make sure, and this is one other thing, I've got to get it covered, right? Nice pergola, get it covered. Need to get it covered, right? So that's the other thing, got to get it covered, meaning put a shed up or some kind of thing. It needs so it doesn't rust. That's, like I said, he's going to spray it down with all fish oil. It's going to smell a bit. I don't care how bad it smells as long as it won't rust. And he's done that treatment. Beautiful. Thanks, Malakai. Thanks very much. There's also, as you know, Nora's gone over to... Sorry, I couldn't get a video of Nora going on the plane and all that kind of stuff, as I forgot my camera at my cousin's house. Who does that? Because we were sort of like getting a little bit late for the plane anyway, and we're in a rush. Just bang, we left. So I didn't get any footage of that. Sorry, guys. But my wife is over there, and Bruce from South Island, he messaged and said, "Oh, are you getting a tripod over to? Is Nora trying to get a tripod?" I said, "Oh, I don't think so. I would if I could, but I just sent her with most of our money." Well, not most of our money, but some money to be able to support herself over there while she's there. And she's already run out. But it is what it is. Our family's not running with money. Like, they're not rich or anything over there. New Zealand is a hard place to live because the expenses of life over there is very expensive. Rent is very expensive. It's if two people don't work, it's very hard to survive over there unless you got to get like 200 grand or something in your pocket to be able to live comfortably. That's what I'm thinking over there, because like I think rents are like nearly $1,000 a week or something like that. Yeah, $800 a week, depending where you're living, right? If you go out country, of course, it's going to be cheaper. But if you're in Auckland, mate, forget about it. It's expensive. So, and the wages aren't great there. I'll be honest, Australia's way better with the wages. the rent's cheaper in Australia. Well, maybe not Sydney. They're about the same price. But the rent was cheaper in Australia, and the wages are a lot more. So, and the dollars are higher as well in Australia. So Aussies do a little bit better over there. Yeah. So the family's not raking in the money. So, and we try to be able to, take care of ourselves. Whatever we had here, I gave it to my wife. She was able to, get over there. She was wanted to taste KFC, so she had that. One of the family, or actually the kids, I think the kids or the grandparents, got some KFC, so they had KFC. She was happy about that. Also, shout out to Arthur and the kids, especially Asia. Man, thank you for looking after my wife. That's my wife's niece, and thanks Asia for looking after Nooroa and keeping her fed and whatnot over there. But yeah, I know I've got a lot of supporters over in Auckland that watch the channel. Like I see it. I see on the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. And Auckland is the majority of the viewers, and then everywhere else in the world. Like it's Auckland and then all over New Zealand kind of thing. And then it's Sydney and then all over Australia. And then it's sort of like the States, Hawaii, all that kind of stuff. States are sort of like all over the place in the States. And yeah, awesome. Thank you, supporters, for supporting us. So, sorry, go back to Bruce. Bruce asked if I could do tripod, told him the story. He goes, don't worry, I'll order it and send it to the place where Noora's staying. So I'm like, oh, okay, yep, no worries. Oh, thank you. Because I was thinking maybe get my sister, because my sister asked if I needed anything. She's coming from Australia to New Zealand to ask her, and I'm like, okay, I was going to ask her, but he said, no, it's all right, he's going to get it. And then he's like, oh, I might as well send her some food over there online as well. We're like, whoa, if that's what you want to do, yeah, awesome, thank you. But yeah, so if there's supporters over in New Zealand, watch the channel, and you want to support us, because I know, like, when I was talking to Hola Tonga, they call him Holes for short, when I was talking to him in the main island, and he said, like, all his brothers, his whole family, they all watched the channel, and they just wanted to support us, but they didn't know how, right? And I'll put a few links on the bottom, so you know how to support us. But also, I'll put the address in the description. If you want to send something to Nooroa, something small, doesn't have to be big. If you want to just support her and myself, just get her through to New Zealand. And the whole reason why she's gone there is because our daughter's having baby, and that's her first child. So my wife is over there to help her out with that, and with the birth. And as first mummies are, they gotta be told certain things or taught certain things, and just give her a little bit of a motivation in certain areas. Changing diapers and all this for the first time, all this kind of stuff. Well, I know I probably would have had to go, how do you do this, how do you do that? But yeah, I know mums probably come naturally with a lot of things. But yeah, she's over there for moral support and just support there, just by her side. So yeah, if anyone wants to support us, my wife is over in Auckland. Send her something, just online, Uber Eats, whatever, something small. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'll put the address on the description. So yeah, God bless. So yeah, if you want to support us, I'll put the address in the description. So just have a look at that and go from there. Yeah, and also just again, thank you for all the supporters that support us. There's a few people that just go on Facebook. My Facebook page is Damon Eua, and then the other Facebook page is Offgrid Tonga. So if anyone wants to message me on there, just message through, because it's private. But yeah, message through on there, man. Just can't believe like what God does for us here. Like, we started out with this journey, focusing on going off grid. We're going to do this massive farm and whatnot, and just be able to get this vanilla. That was our main income, was going to be our vanilla. But it's turned out that we're finding income in other situations, like with when we first did our donuts, we were like scraping it through, right? We had no money, and we're like, just need to bake some donuts, take it up to the store and sell it there. We're able to, buy bits and pieces, butter and a little bit of milk and, some extra here and there. And we got through, but there was one morning, right? And I'm like, this is not going to be my life. Waking up 3 o'clock in the morning doing donuts so I could sell them at the store every day or every 3 times a week. This is not going to be my lifestyle. No way. I might as well go back overseas and do that. So had a bit of a prayer and whatnot, and then just everything started to, everything just started to come into play with tours, the expandable houses, and my sister getting involved, and my brother-in-law, and putting, starting that little business off there, and then also the tours helping us out massively at that time. And then also, then not long after, the YouTube channel started to pick off, and we monetized this. So now we're making a little bit of money on this, and then, we're able to sell a few pigs here and there. So, and then sell our dogs. There's all different incomes that are been coming in, and also the help from you guys as well, like with money just offering. Like there's some people on PayPal that have been offering money on PayPal. Just Western Union, people be just Western Union to my name. They just ask for the details, and then I've just given that. There is people just ordering stuff online and sending it over, So that's been great. And then also some sponsors from some solar parts here and there. So that was great too, to be able to get that. Our lithium batteries, mate. It's been such an awesome, man, just having power on tap, just beautiful. That's crazy. Like with our lithium batteries, thanks to Mickey and Rosita. There's so much help out there, so much love that we're able to do this, and we've got massive plans to go ahead. I don't know how we're going to do it. We're just going to focus in and just work at it, and then usually God just intervenes and helps out and makes it all happen, So we will see what will happen. Yeah, we will see what happens. And just give you an update also with Ngako. I put him online, hasn't been sold, no one's killed him. He calmed down for a bit, man. Now he's like angry as right now. I don't know what's going on. So we'll see what happens with Ngako, because I was going to go in there and do some fencing. Well, not just yet, but I will try and get in there, do some fencing soon. But if he's like that, I can't get in there. So I'm not too sure what will happen there. We'll see what happens. Every time I say this, we'll see. And I don't end up, knocking him off or what do you call it? But yeah, I got to get rid of another female that's probably not going to be a good breeder. Probably get rid of her soon. I'll probably wait for Postal to come back from the mainland so he can shoot that one, and then I can I process that, and I'll be using that rope and the hanger thing. But I went over to the mainland to have a look at those torches, the gas torch where you can blow torch the hair off the pig. Yeah, mate, it's $500 at PTH. I'm like, what? Are you kidding? I don't know what it's online, but $500, no way. That's like, I guess it's like $350 Australian or something like that. But I don't think it's that much overseas. No way. So I'm gonna have a look online and see what it is, if anyone wants to offer that up. And also electric fence, not electric fence, just the unit, to be able to plug into the power. That I need to sort out as well, because if this one plays up, and this is not powerful enough really to keep those pigs in. If they really want to get through, they can get through. Like a wild pig's getting in, so it's only on like 2 point something kilowatts, so It's not powerful. Like, I get shocked. I'm like, a bit of a nudge, but it's not great. Like, not when we first put it in. When we first put it in, mate, boom, kick you off your feet. So there's a few things that we need to get overseas. I don't know if you guys want to offer that up or bits and pieces, but yeah, just make sure nothing's too big, because my wife has to bring it back and she's only got a 23 kilo suitcase, so see what happens there. I guess if we have to have an extra luggage, maybe we'll have to pay for it, but we'll see if, God intervenes with that as well. Yeah, so thank you very much for all your support. I'm just blank right now. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, that's the big reveal. Land Cruiser. Who does that? Offers just a truck. Just like that. Great, man. Thank you again, Malakai. Fifita. Ofatu. Thank you all. If you like this, if this touched you, with all the blessings, yeah, please subscribe, share, and like. Just helps the algorithm, helps the channel out, helps provide me with an income to be able to, or myself and my wife, to be able to do things like add extra to the house or whatever it is. Like, we got fencing. Well, that's the other supporters that we had offered the fencing up. They paid for the fencing, so things like that. I'll also, one more thing, sorry. I'll put a description on the bottom. There's something online where you can, like, buy stuff for Tongans over here. Like at Busiaki's store over there. If you can just go shop online and buy it for someone, just put I think you just put my name down and just, you click on the link, go in there and just buy whatever you need online. And then I think Busiaki and them already know, that it will be for me. I just go pick it up or whatever. So there's that. Also, I think it's Jones hardware store over in Tonga as well. They have the same kind of thing, where you can pay online and just, it's like a gift for your family members. So yeah, if you want to support us with that kind of stuff, with timber or fencing or whatever it is, so every little thing counts, right? And I'll eventually get over there and bring it over here. Even just like a box of nails or whatever it is, everything counts, guys. It helps out. Like with all our shopping, our friends that we stayed with over in Tonga, they've done a fair bit of shopping here and there, and Nadini's brought some shopping over, and man, it makes it last. Like, we don't have to go into our pocket as much to be able to buy stuff from the store, and it's great. It's been great. So, and that's why we're able to afford the flight to go over to New Zealand, and I was able to give her some money and bits and pieces like that. But yeah, so I think I need to send Nooroa a little bit of money, like, soon, probably next week. She's got like $6 left in her pocket, and yeah, I said, do you want me to send some money? She said, no, it's okay. So yeah, okay. I know how it is. It's like, you feel like if you got nothing in your pockets, right? And it's like, you don't. But I mean, it is family, but you don't want to put a burden on family, right? So anyway, like, subscribe, share, and hopefully God blesses you too. God bless you all. Ofat Kamudol. And that's money from the Offgrid. And bye for now. Bye-bye.